Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and welcome back to PCM22. It's career mode, and this is episode 26. We are at the Tour de Suisse. It is already stage 2, as stage 1 was a prologue, and we are not going to be contending for the GC. In fact, the points jersey is out of reach too, as we have no sprinters here. So what we are going for is the King of the Mountains, and to do that, we are going to be riding in the breakaway on 4 of the 8 stages, more if necessary, depends on how we perform during those 4 stages, beginning here with Bano, who is our target because he is on a fitness peak. He is on the objective, so he's got +3s on his expected race day. He's got a +5 today with 5k to go on this initial climb. He's got the climbing prowess that some of these other guys do not have. What we're surrounded by is, well, it's still a decent group. Lafay, 74, 76. Manzin is a bit low. Tuze, he's 72 on the punchy, and 74 for Pezenti. So really, it's down to Lafay and Bano. But with that +5, we should be in a strong position to get maximum points over these first 2 climbs of the day, which would secure that King of the Mountains jersey theoretically, as you would suspect that the field will have brought us back by the time we reach the last couple of climbs, and there's not enough points there. So 2.5k to go now, but no, we're going to push that a little bit harder. We want to be in that position where it's down to, it's just Lafay and I now. We are following Lafay. We've got to make sure we're in position to respond. And now as we come up on 1.3, we want to go forward and just kind of lead the way. I don't think Lafay is going to contend. He is not. He's not going to be able to get me over the top here. Okay, sprinted out for the finish. Oh, he is. Wow, how did he have that in the tank? It looked like he was struggling. I used up all of my red bar there, and yet Lafay somehow still... Difficulty level bonus. He must be on his own little +5. Now it's the 2 of us going solo, and we still have work to do. We missed out on a couple points on that one. Very, very unexpected there. I did not think we were facing a scenario, and I want to ride on. We do not need to be bringing those 2 back and bringing the field back towards us. There is that tiniest chance that we'll still be away and could even, contend for the stage maybe if we can hold off the field. But gaining that 45 seconds there was absolutely pivotal to any chances of the stage. Another Cat 2 coming. Obviously, we will need to win this one to be in contention on this early stages. We've already, missed out on 2 points. Disappointing there. I really did not think that Lafay had enough in the tank to make that sort of push, and that when Bano went, we used all of that red bar and still could not re-overtake Lafay with a +5, which means his bonus on bonus was greater than our bonus on bonus, which means we have a lot of work to do on this secondary climb if we are going to beat him on this one. Gap already down to 1:29 as Peloton is coming on really hard at this stage, which means I can see why you would probably be blinking red if they're coming back at us that fast. Not getting help, not getting support. I need to attack now. Instantly I drop the secondary rider. Can Lafay continue to go with me? He does. That does secure at least that we'll get the points at the top, but it does not secure whether I'm going to beat Lafay, who managed to stay on my wheel. But he looks like he is struggling a lot more than I am at this point. And we are riding away from him, so we are going to get maximum points here. Lafay and I will be equal on points at this stage, though. So can we recover? Can we get back in the field? We've opened it back to a 1:40 gap, but there's a lot of flat territory there, which means I think we're better off being caught by the field and then trying to attack on one of those 2 last climbs. Probably the Cat 3, because the Cat 2 is going to be Pagacher attacking, because yes, he is here. Yes, the field is that dominant with some of the best punchers and climbers in the world at this Tour de Suisse, because, why wouldn't they? Preparing for the Tour de France. So recovering while we descend here. The field has already pulled back about 10 seconds. They will continue to pull back more time, and I will get myself caught. I'll happily take the sprint point here. Why not? In terms of placement, we're already a minute 10 down from that prologue and 92nd place. We are out of contention. LaFay has nearly caught up to me and has reached me. It looks like he had a little attack there to bridge that gap right at the base. Does not want to work. Wants to attack me for the sprint. Let him. I'm not worried about those points. I'm worried about the points coming on later. As we catch back up, now it's just the two of us, 1 minute away from the field. Meanwhile, the whole team is intact behind.
Some team managers mustn't appreciate the
We
fact that
will
there is a breakaway,
be managing
given the
that
fact
once
that
we
increased its speed.
get up here. You know, we have a tiny chance on the stage
That's the
with a
end
sprint
of the
train,
breakaway. The
as
back
Beno
end
can
of
now
wheelchair.
sit up and be protected. Short climb coming up on 16K. Big acceleration at the top with 4 guys going clear, but that's not going to win the stage.
Only 15 kilometers left.
They were caught immediately. Now's where we want to set ourselves up for things to come, which means we want to set up Beno near the front behind a couple lead out guys, or one lead out guy. Let's see. We want to get maybe Vashek following Bogley, and then Beno, and then for Mark. Coop also available to us, so we'll get him. How far away are we? 3K. So yeah, that Bogley will go. Coop after Beno. Beno will drop back and then get our 2 guys. We'll get Arietta on the back because he's on a -2 race day condition, while Gonzalez has a +2. So Arietta, follow if you can. Gonzalez is the best hope anyway. He's already the best placed on the team. Bogley, Vashek, Gels. Probably Beno, Gel as well, just because we're trying to go early with him. Aggressive right now because we want to get the KOM points for Beno. Sprint point. They'll set up as soon as we get through here, and you'll see us emerge very quickly. $1K to go, so Beno just needs to attack right now. Bogley, do not block off Beno, please. Thank you. There we go. Beno, 500 meters, 400 meters. Red bar's gone. But we push on, and he will get maximum points over the climb. And we've seen a little separation, have we? Just a little one. Suppose this is that situation where you continue on with 10K to go. Coop Gel now, and he's continuing to try to bridge the gap to Beno.
Only a few riders are capable of following the very fast pace
And
up front.
Peloton's back together. We are still in that front position. Beno relaying. Coop was on the wheel and then not on the wheel, and then there's 5 of us, and then there's not. And Coop now continuing on, as Vermark's going to lead out Gonzalez and Arietta with what's to come. Did we ever get Vashek back in place? No. Or Bogley. Try to bridge the gap as best you can with your +5 that's completely useless to us. 1.8K, so on to Kevin Vermark, who's going to go very quick here, leading out our 2 leaders. Dylan Toynes. Now this is using up the red bar of the other guys, so there's not really any attack ability left, except for Vashek, who's totally out of position. of course. We are at least in the front position where we will recover a little bit, and I could possibly set myself up for a little downhill attack, like say from Gonzalez. 23 riders, 2.4k to go. For Mark, 2k, going 99, not allowing anybody to get back on our wheel. 1.5k. Gonzalez now. Faster riders coming. Sprint it out. Vashek has made it on to the back end of this group, and Gonzalez is going to miss out on a top 3 on the stage. Kwiatkowski taking the sprint win. Small group. Should see some time gaps. That will be good for Gonzalez on that overall, and Arrieta for that matter, as long as there is a gap. It certainly looks like there could be one. Those 10 riders are spread out all over the place. 17 riders, I think, spread out all over the place on that one. I would put them all on the same time, but we'll see as groups are coming in at 5s and 6s after that. So GC-wise, we might be in for a shout, except there's 3 mountain stages coming, and we're just not a mountain team. Top 19 riders did get a time gap of 25 seconds over that following group. They did combine the next 2 as expected, but then minute 10, minute 23, small groups coming in. So fairly sizable time gaps, which will absolutely impact this race. Abner Gonzalez into the top 10. Arrieta a bit further behind, but still in a decent position. Coming from Mark, Vashek, and you're starting to see these guys be a little bit too far back. But in the King of the Mountains, but no, does take the jersey with 13 points on that first stage. Kevin Vermark also in the mix a little bit with 7 as we were pushing there at the end, and that's setting up a pretty strong scenario going forward that Vermark could be a bit of a backup. He does have a +3 on his expected as well. I actually was trying to get Vermark in the break. He just couldn't. They wouldn't take both. We actually barely got Bonneau off the front before he ran out of energy and eventually established that 5-man break. 2 more stages have gone by. A quick simulation. Bonneau has picked up just 2 points, but there wasn't that many points on offer. So ultimately, he's actually extended his lead in the King of the Mountains classification so far, though there are a few riders that have definitely picked up some points from being in breakaways. I think in the case of Bonneau, it was not a matter of him being in a break. It was him pushing at a KOM late in a stage where it was available and picking up those couple of points. So that was good for him. He actually had a decent finish on one of the stages, and we did have a split on a punchy stage. Gonzalez at 42 seconds behind sits 8th overall right now, though, and nobody else is really in position. Arrieta at minute and a half, so is Vashek, just a second apart from each other, are a bit out of contention. But again, I don't think we're in really any sort of GC hope. Just Gonzalez has that good race day condition and almost good enough that he may squeeze a top 10 out of this race. So I've been adjusting the tactics each stage just to make sure that we're still focused on protecting him and protecting Arrieta, because I think Arrieta has a promise of being a leader. So we're kind of giving him that role to keep him happy, but mostly focused on Gonzalez in that overall part. But no, in a good place so far as we head into our next stage, and we're already at the halfway point of the race itself. There's one more time trial on the 4 stages to come, but a lot more climbing than what we had in the first bits of this, and that will be somewhat favorable to Bonneau unless some big time climbers find themselves already distanced and out of the race and deciding they want to go for the King of the Mountains, which might be difficult for us. Like say if Ivan Sosa, who is a 77-80, plus all the bonuses, that you get difficulty-wise, we'd be looking at 80 pluses in mountain and acceleration and high 70s in stamina resistance, and depending on what his race day condition bonuses are, Sosa would be a huge threat if he was in the break with me. There's another one who would be a huge threat in the breakaway with me. We're now on stage number 5, and Boy, oh boy, did I call it or what. Looking at the makeup of the group, we have Bonneau in the breakaway today. Only a +2 on the race day condition, so it's not great. Scaroni, not much of a threat, 72-72, no points. Calmejean is here, 71-75. He is fairly punchy. I'm ever so slightly surprised by his ratings that they're not a bit higher, because Calmejean is absolutely a known quantity out there. He is fourth. He has 8 points, so he has picked up. He's been in the breakaway. Voissard, a 76-74. Decent rider here. And he's got 3 points, so he's in it. Ivan Sosa. What'd I tell you? There's a serious threat in Ivan Sosa. That 77-78 has a couple of points and is here in the breakaway. Off the back, and looks like he's heading back to the break. Mosca never made it back up here, so that's going to leave us with 5 in the breakaway. And as for my contenders, we did not get a good draw today. I mean, as an entire team, we have, gosh, what is it, a +2? As a whole team, our expected was a +8. So a bit of a negative draw. Bonneau's +2 is now his expected. He was expected as a +3, but he's into the final days now of his fitness peak, and so he is falling off a little bit from where he was. So we'll see how much longer he can last and what kind of points he can accumulate, as we might not be seeing as strong of a race day condition in some of the future days. Calmejean and Scaroni already struggling. That would be good. I would not mind to see those guys dropped and see it down to Voissard, Sosa, and I riding on together. And I am all in on this first climb. In fact, I'm thinking about kind of using that 85 here in a little bit and put these guys under some serious pressure if I can, because the main points are going to be here. The final climb, the finish line, no points. It's just this one, and this one is the bulk of the points today. If we are still alive, if we're still away, we want those 3 points there as well. But the main points today are coming on this first climb. And Sosa, at this point, the favorite to be closing the gap. Second, wouldn't be terrible for me. It would not be a terrible scenario, as we are ready to start speeding up, and that's good. I want this group to be under pressure. Gap to the field also opening, as we are climbing a lot faster than the field has been on this one. I kind of want to push this to an 85 and see who's interested in going 5K. In fact, maybe we roll to the back and attack the group earlier on the climb. Let's try that. Let's get some water. Drop to the back. And then kind of roll through a little bit. 3.5K now, and it's going to ease off. Now, I would imagine there's going to be a response, but we're going to try to climb kind of full speed after. So max attack, see if we catch this group out. Can we open up a gap? No. No, I did not open a gap at all. Crap. Now, how are we supposed to do it? You know what? There's nothing left in the tank. I mean, this is just go for it mode. It's under a K. Wow. I have not done that poorly with an expected outcome in I don't know how long in this game. We were last. We were literally last. There's some weak guys here. And the entire group, just like, you got a 79 hill and you're attacking full gas. 72 acceleration. There's that for a factor, but full gas attack. And even the weak guy in the group didn't get dropped. Scaroni with a 72-72. Calmejean, both of them. They're like, you want to attack us? I don't care. I don't care. Ouch, that hurt. That hurt. We got 2 points. Two points. Clearly, in retrospect, waiting to go late and going for it, chances are we're in a better position and probably closer to second. But even then, you have no idea that's the case. It flattened out near the top. Bono's not a sprinter, so he very well could have been fifth, even if we didn't try to attack early. Honestly, I think the third plan C. I mean, are we suddenly Ferrari in F1? It can't handle tactics. Feels like a big miss, but at the same time, as we are fully recovered, let's try to hang on. We want that Cat 3 climb. Not that I don't see what we can necessarily do to influence that one to happen, but I think your alternative was early in the climb, base of the climb, set the tempo to 87, 88, and see who can keep up with me. We know who can. We know who would have beaten me, but at least it would have secured second. But again, that's retrospect, right? I was trying to win the 12 points. I was trying to catch them out, and theoretically knowing that Sosa could keep up with me. But trying to at least ride away with Sosa, and if I don't catch him out, at least get second. But again, climbing at maybe an 88, maybe drops a couple guys. Maybe it doesn't. It was early enough in the stage that they've got a decent chance of keeping up. I don't know. It's like, no matter which tactic you think about, none of those scenarios look good for Bono under the circumstances, and it does not look good for this Cat 3 either. As if they were this strong there after a hard, difficult climb, how are they going to be on the short, punchy one? When you add the bonuses that the AI gets, our opponents, I don't see Bono being a favorite. 6:47 is the gap, so do we start thinking about the stage instead of the Cat 3? Getting the Cat 1 points, competing for the stage? Have we opened up that sort of a gap? It's coming down pretty quick right now. Gap coming down real fast, and we have not upped the tempo, which means these guys aren't thinking about the stage. 2.4K. Can't attack yet. Bad timing to be on the front. We're going to have to keep that up. I think front position's going to matter on this one, as Bono is not particularly fast. 900 meters. Here's where we're trying to shine now. And this time things are going a little bit better. 400 meters. Continuing on. Can't sprint. At least we get third. Calmajan has caught up. I have 18. He has 18. Sosa has 14. Set on recover. Down to 4. We dropped one guy this time. Now... Oh no, that was Sosa trying to drop us. We're going to sit on. Let's go ahead and get that water. Meanwhile, the back group. Address the elephant in the room. We don't want to be putting them in danger. But waiting till the top on this one so that we're saving energy for the climb to come is definitely important. But we don't want to drift back too far too fast. But no, meanwhile, 5.5 minute gap. 5.5 minute gap, I feel like that's a pretty strong climbable opportunity for these guys. Alright, ease off again and let's start contributing. because the climb is where it's at, and we know two guys in this group that can climb pretty dang well. And Vassard giving us a little bit. Scaroni and Calmajon won't last long on this climb. And Scaroni's gone. Scaroni is gone. Now we're set to 82, and we're seeing blinking red at 82. Field's coming. They're coming for us.
Attack by Ivan Sosa.
Set that to 84. And Sosa's attacking. I do not want Bano going solo here. But unfortunately, the strongman is already isolating, and instead of climbing together... That took a lot out of us, didn't it? Okay. Sosa's gone clear. We will climb at whatever pace we can climb. We've got a 3-minute advantage over the field. Let's focus on these guys. Boy, we have gone a long ways up this climb already. Alright, we're going to take these three and gel. Looks like Vashek already about to drop out the back. So go ahead and set him to auto. Abner Gonzalez is not the one we want left alone. So we'll set that, and then Coop, get up on his wheel, please. And Bano and Voissard now are all that's left up here. Still working together, just about. I would love second place up that climb, but as fast as the Peloton's coming, not sure they're going to hang on that long. But here comes a big acceleration and an attack, and that's going to cut that gap down pretty quick. Okay, Vermark is done. Go ahead and go auto and Coop. Drop off. Proceed. Protect. Coop. Gel. But no. Over the climb. This is supposed to be a recovery mode, but he's not recovering. Heart rate came down, but the recovery did not come up.
10 kilometers to the finish line.
6K to go to the top. Calmajon, Peloton, led by Garcia. How are we even looking here? Bugley and Verbark both just got dropped. 39 left. Gonzalez following Coop, following Arietta on the final climb of the day. So, Coop. You know what? Let's just keep this as is for right now. Gonzalez. I think there's going to be an attack. I think there's going to be a separation. But we're not that strong. So we're not going to respond in a strong manner. We're going to hang on a little bit longer as Coop's done. Coop go to auto. Arietta, gel, protect. Go ahead and gel. But no, has been caught by somebody. Garcia has run clear. Van Gils has caught us. And Bano gets within 2K of the sprint point, or the KOM point. That's close. That's not going to cut it, obviously. And Gonzalez now going to be riding solo. Bano, you can protect him for like a fraction of a second here. You're not going to win the KOM, so Gonzalez at least got that little boost. And we're looking at 18 chasing 1. Gonzalez has nothing left, though, to go with. If Bano had something left, I would certainly try, but he's got nothing left either. But all three are in the Peloton. Bano now dropped. Arietta at the very back of the group. Bono trying to get a little recovery. Arietta off the back now as well. And we have just over 1K to go with Sosa, nothing left in the tank, and guaranteed somebody in this group is going to have the strength, the ability to open up, especially as the final handful of meters are going to be huge. Gonzalez is going to get dropped on this, but we are going to go at what pace he can go and try to lose less time, because the sprint would have blown him up. There's no way he would beat Tolhook. Martinez. Pogacar's going to take the win ahead of Garcia.
He really had to fight for that one. A great sprint finish.
Kwiatkowski takes third. Vingegaard, Vlasov, who is the current race leader, and Gonzalez runs out of red bar just before the finish line. 11th on the stage for him. That might be enough to hang on to that top 10. Meanwhile, Arietta, sprint. And Bono. Go, guys. Go. Arietta takes 17th on the stage. It's going to be good for his position. But no, not a good day for the King of the Mountains, though. Really not. Had hopes, and just not quite that strong of a climber. And, of course, that attempt on the first climb just backfired massively. We did not come away with 0 points, though. We did come away with some points today. 3, I believe it was. But we have work to do. And we have 2 more stages in which to do it. Gonzalez keeping a top 10 position in the overall in 8th place. Arietta is 15th. King of the Mountains, Ivan Sosa, has gone to the top as he went over the top of that final climb in first place. So he is now the King of the Mountains, where, what did I tell you? He was going to be a massive threat to that jersey if he decided to go into the break. And what does he do? He grabs 24 points on the day. And yeah, that hurt massively. We are 8 points behind. It's not over yet. Sosa is probably going to be in a decent position in the GC after that. Is he? No, he was too far back as well. Sosa, 26th. So no, he is still not a threat to the GC, which means he could go in the break again. We're going to have to tactically try to keep Sosa out of the break as we try to establish ourselves in the break with Bono. That is easier said than done. Much easier said than done. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.